Okay, so the topic is investing in AI. Do investors need to resist another hype cycle? Can you resist AI? I think it's already anticipated your every move, so what can you do? Anyways, we'll find out. Let's go, like last panel, through each one of our panelists. Please briefly introduce yourself, who you are, what your company is, and what brings you here. My friend?
Hello, hello.
Yes.
It's working. Jordan, thank you so much for this introduction shortly to this topic. My name is Olaf von Wolf. I'm from Helion Capital, and we have most likely two different verticals. One is we're creating regulated products on the stock markets. We have a hedge fund in Luxembourg. And on the other side, we are still like accelerator, venture builder for startups here in Dubai, most likely also like blockchain and crypto. And on the other side, we're also doing IPOs for healthcare and health tech. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So my name is Yuriy. So I'm running the iClub as a managing partner. With iClub, we are syndicating actively and investing actively in startups. Like last year, we invested in 30 companies on the early stage and growth stage. Right now, we're doing around 1.5 million investment per month. And the goal is simple, like, to increase the loads up to 100 million for the next years. That's it, finally.
Hi, my name is Bashar. I've been engaged with AI for many years in the corporate world, IBM and Accenture. Now looking at all the dynamics of the digital economy in this region around artificial intelligence.
Hi, my name is Gil Solomon. I own a law firm that has been ranked as one of my country's best high-tech and blockchain law firms. I've been representing investors for the past 8 or 9 years, plus representing Fortune 500 companies through startups, all of the ranges and scales, and multiple fields. Our favorite subject is technology, basically.
Fantastic. Now, let me ask sort of a foundational question, which is the AI phenomena real in the sense that it has practical, real-life investment impact? Is it crossing your desk? Are you having to make decisions based on it or using it? Or is it something like a fire across the river? Oliver.
Well, I would like to take two parts of here. First of all, we're investing in a health tech company. And when you're going today in Dubai and you make your X-rays for tuberculosis, for your prolongation or for a new visa, all of this most likely is done with our AI technology already in the background. This we implemented 2018 with the company here. So we see already really user cases in healthcare, for example, for AI technologies.
So it's not coming, it's already here.
No, it's already on place. So every time when you go taking your visa here in Dubai and make the X-rays, there's an AI in the background which runs by us. Yeah, we got this implemented in Dubai 2018. It runs already a couple of years, very well. Of course, we have to do all the time some updates on it. But principally, it's our AI technology for healthcare. So the AI compares the different, it's learning by himself, number one. And number two, it's comparing everything. And if there are some spots or something in your lung, then it goes to a doctor and the doctor's watching it. But principally, everything is already driven by AI technology, and I think that's great. On the other side, if I talk with my analysts, when they make their reports, do you use AI tools for the reports? Then they say, could be, yeah. So I'm sure they're using it already. So I think AI can really accomplish things in our life and make it easier. And I think that's one of the main things, at least what I understand with AI and using AI.
No, sorry, let me jump in for a second, because you teased out almost a generational issue. I mean, you and I are kind of the same generation. When your analysts, when you ask them if they use AI and they go sort of, what's your bias there? What's your feeling when they say that? Is it more or less valuable or valid if they use the AI as part of what they're doing?
We have to see where technique and AI or all kind of techniques, blockchain, can support us in our daily life, and this is how we have to use it. It doesn't mean it will fully compensate.
Do you feel like your analysts are cheating when they use AI?
No, I think that's okay. I mean, look to our school system. We still teach our kids with methods from the last century. We don't use books anymore. We use Google, Wikipedia, and all those kinds of things. And of course, you have to be also updated in a company. And I don't see there any discrepancies in using AI for reports or for, I don't know, analysis or something like this. And I think that's a completely normal, or should be a normal process in a business life or daily life, that the AI or like technologies which we're developing, that we're using them.
Yep, fair enough. Yuriy.
Yeah. Amazing question. This question comes to my mind every time when I chat with VC, like for the past 10 years, because we see how the technology evolved in the startup scene, like, blockchain, all the AI things, like, they're already in place for the last decade, etc. But again, like, what changed with the venture capital firms? And what I see right now, there is a lot of venture capital firms that still using spreadsheets, Google spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheet, and it sounds very dummy. But again, like, our roots is from Ukraine. In our case, we have unfair advantage. We have a lot of brilliant technology guys. Inside our operational model, we already have like completely automated scout that parsing the data about great founders on the open web, like Twitter, GitHub, GitLab, LinkedIn. And if we see, for example, that the guy started to build something or change his profile rapidly, we start to knock the door and ask him what he's doing. Like, if he is right now already started to do something, we like easy can put from 20 to 50K just to secure our place for the funding round, because these folks have a great experience, great background, doing like international project with a great footprint, and once they started out something as a venture capital fund, you should already be there and understand how it works.
But now both of you, obviously there's fuzzy borders between all these topics, but actually you're kind of talking about machine learning, which obviously bleeds into AI, and you're kind of talking about automation, which also bleeds into AI. Are you seeing specifically AI as affecting your work now and as in your investment targets?
Yes, for investment practice for the iClub specifically, we completely automate for the AI technology, the KYC, ML check of investors. Like, they seen a lot details about the investor. One day on board on the platform, we can track all of the details and predict already, score them, exactly understand how exactly it works. And for us, like, it's easy going scenario, because in next 4 weeks, we are launching our own mobile application, and our goal is simple, to put everything to the shoulders of AI and cloud technologies. That's it, like, to automate everything. I don't have like any desire to hire more people in my organization, because, like, look, we already have venture capital funds with a single GP structure. We already seen, like, this idea that, for example, founder can start something and get to the billion IRR with just a team of one person. Like, that idea already put us in position that, like, we already understand that it could be a next thing. But in our reality, what I want to tell everyone, that the hiring right now, it's very dumb thing. Like, you should rely on technology first. If you are, like, technical savvy investors, you should take on your shoulder first, like, the answer to the question, how you are changing your processes, how you're changing your logic internally, so you can facilitate that as well.
Fair enough. Bashar.
Thank you. I think AI went through many winters and summers over the decades, because AI is not a new concept. It started in the 50s and the 60s. I believe we are now in a heat wave. It's really transformational, because for the first time, machines speak our language. And that fundamentally changes almost everything. And we need to think differently. Not what can AI do for us, but what can AI be for us. And you mentioned, and many of us mentioned already, that we use AI as an assistant, as a coach, as a tutor, programmer, tester, editor, even spy, bully. All these different ways of looking at AI, because it's no longer important for us to program and speak the computer language. It's the other way around. And that's going to create massive improvement in productivity. And today, if you look at the Middle East, for example, or globally, the big promise of AI is this increased productivity, whether it's at an individual level, or at a team, or at a company. Every one of us is going to be asked, what did AI do for you? How are you now 20, 30, 40, 50% more productive than were you before?
So just hold the microphone closer to your mouth.
Yeah, today ChatGPT has an IQ of 150, 140, which is above the average human IQ. So each one
You
of
think the
us...
average human IQ is 150?
Each one of us, well, they pass bar exams, they pass medical exams. So each one of us now has access to an assistant that has that kind of IQ. And within 1 year, it will improve 1,000 times. So you have an assistant and a team that is so much IQ.
I'm sorry, pardon my language, but how are we not all screwed if it's really improving 1,000 times?
Well, I think people who use AI are going to be 1,000 times better off than people who do not use it.
And the ones of us who are being used by AI?
Sorry?
Oh, if you're using AI or you're being used by AI?
I think you use AI to augment your intelligence. So the term AI, in my view, should be recoined to be augmented intelligence, because it will help the doctor be better, it will help the lecturer be better, it will help the manager be better, it will help you be better, it will help me be better in the job I'm doing, and it will give us a tremendous gain in productivity. And if you add that all up, I think we should all be looking at a GDP growth that is probably between 6 and 9% in the next few years based on AI, rather than the 2 to 3% that we're very happy to have these days. So this incremental boost in productivity, coming together with big technologies like robotics or energy storage, will really transform mobility and will transform the way we do business and we work in a fundamental way which we haven't seen for centuries. So AI is real, and we are in a heat wave. And if you look at the numbers published for this region here, by 2030, 12% of the GDP of the UAE will be contributed to by AI. Actually, 20% of the non-oil GDP of the UAE will be driven by AI. That's published in the UAE strategy for artificial intelligence. And you can see similar numbers with bigger magnitudes in Saudi Arabia.
Just like Gil,
Okay,
as a technology attorney veteran, respect.
So you've asked a very, very good question earlier, which I have to answer by definition, about the bleeding of external technologies or additional technologies into AI. And if you look at my so-called portfolio of clients right now, and you know what, take a look at what's at my desk at the moment while I'm here. We have around 7 transactions. One of them is construction. The other 6 are technology oriented. 1 blockchain, the rest are regular VC, and 1 M&A. 5 of them involve AI technology. 5 out of 7. Maybe it's the kind of clients that we attract, but what I look at is different fields. We have 1 in the fertility area, 1 in the corporate process management area, 1 in the construction area, 1 in the blockchain area, and you see all these fields that mesh with AI perfectly, because AI can be adjusted to augment any enterprise or endeavor we do. Now, when I look at that, if I can provide advice, one of my advice, and I wrote it in an article for Sigma, this issue, would be to look at enterprises who couple AI, not just for the sake of AI, but couple it with additional value in a specific manner that uses AI to some benefit, then it would be sound investment policy. Because looking at AI just for the sake of investment in AI is what I call a buzzword related policy of investment.
I think it's, does the use or deployment of AI, first of all, is it real? Or is it just a fancy wrapper over a bunch of if-then statements? And then, is it adding value in a unique way? I think that's the question. So for the ones, not your clients of course, but for the things that cross your desk, how much of it is a relabeling of traditional machine learning and automation and algorithms? How much of it is like real generative models, real AI that's learning and adapting and looking at large data sets?
Okay, so there's a client we represent, and I think they would be the perfect example. They started out in 2015 using just plain algorithm. It's fertility treatment enriching product, and it increases the efficiency of these treatments tenfold. And by using AI, it teaches itself. It's kind of machine learning but on steroids, and evolves the original algorithm such that it is enormously better than the way it was before. So in my view, even things that started out, the general machine learning and algorithms and all these what I call AI 1.0 or 0.9, the beta stage is now evolving. Now, those who will do it probably will be in the leading path.
You're actually making a great point, which is these prior technologies aren't bogus, they're valid, and they're serving as valuable on-ramps to these new capabilities. We don't have to throw them out. You're right. I mean, you can take machine learning and then evolve it into a true AI platform and make use of what happened before. 10 times more effective?
I wouldn't say 10 times, but 10 times it would be...
Your fertility?
Sorry?
Your fertility project?
Look, basically, used to grant you, let's say for every fertility treatment, used to be regular treatments, right? Without AI, without any external involvement. If you have good doctors and all that, every 100 fertility treatments, cycles, would provide you, if I remember the statistics correctly, and I'm not a doctor, so don't take my word for it, but it's around 29 babies for every 100. So nowadays, just using the algorithms and the AI, it's around, I think, increased by 10 or 15. Using that company. Now,
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's 15 more babies in the world. That's practically providing life.
That can make China young again.
Sorry?
That can make China young again. All right, I got to move on just because of time. So, Oliver, you wanted to say something, and then I kept on moving down the road.
No, I just think that we have to differentiate between automotive and AI. So AI growth at the moment is very much limited by the capacity of storage of data what we have. I just want to add this.
So, kind of a version of what I asked the last one. If I had $1 million to invest in AI, where do I put it? And don't say your own fund.
That's a very general question, Cole.
I know. I'm here.
Well, definitely. I mean, I would look if you invest in AI that it is scalable. Number one. Number two, it can be implemented in existing industries. And this is also the big difference between AI and blockchain and crypto, for example, because AI as an automated platform exists already a while. AI SSI comes since 2008 approximately. Most likely Robert Koch Institute in Germany, and so they start testing this and start developing this. So principally you have always to see, okay, how much I can implement what I'm investing in it in a traditional market, yeah, to get somehow an investment out of it. I think that's the most important thing, at least if you have $1 million, yeah.
Maybe also creates a new industry that didn't exist before. Maybe creates a Yuriy.
Yeah, that's also a very great question. And to be honest, I asked Professor Scott yesterday about the same idea because, every technology has a limitation. Every technology has a bottleneck. We see right now that AI as well has a lot of limitations in terms of how it can evolve. And what I exactly would like to maybe put my own money in, it's exactly biotech, because biotech.
Interesting. Okay.
It doesn't.
Sorry, the intersection between AI and biotech?
Yeah, you're right. Because how the human body, how we can treat disease in terms of the utilization of AI technology, it's significant boost. Even with the COVID situation and our vaccination stuff, etc. There was a lot of AI tool that tried to solve this equation, how to bring the product to the shelf faster, how to pass at least these exams, etc. So there's a lot of that. But biotech, it's not about only software, it's about hardware. We actively invest a lot in this direction. We've seen great potential in terms of how these projects are running right now with the FDA stage, etc. So it's amazing. Another thing that I have in mind that I would like to point out, imagine, we have the AI, we have a limitation about the data infrastructure, and we have SpaceX that's already running the satellite on the orbit. But imagine if you have data centers that you can roll out on space station that can easily increase capacity because the solar panels on space with data centers, with internet that can completely go globally and just circulate everything with a great fractional idea.
I love this idea, and I'm smiling.
And the last thing probably that I would like to point out that all of the things that's related to enterprise, that's the thing that I'd like to invest as well. Yeah.
Bashar, I have $1 million to invest in AI. Where do I put it?
Let's look at the big challenges the world is facing. It's not about technology push, it's about market pull. Today, 2.7 billion people around the world do not even have access to the internet. So reality, if you can make a nurse in a basic environment much more efficient and effective, that's going to make tremendous impact. AI is going to help people in education, healthcare, transformation, and so on. A lot of the economic value is going to come from addressing these large transformational shifts we are going through at the moment. Healthcare is definitely one of the biggest industries. Education is another industry. Energy transition is another big industry. And I think the big value comes together when we have 3 technologies or more converging to transform an industry. Let's take transportation or mobile cars or EVs. Today, if we put AI, batteries, and robotics together, you are going to redefine the transportation industry as we know it today. And that's going to be 5 times what it is today.
I agree. The breakthroughs come when combine previously uncombined things and make something new. 100%. Great idea. You got the last word. I got $1 million. You got a good track record. Help me. I want to go to the AI.
So, $1 million. First of all, I'll give you the lawyer answer. Diversify your investment.
I didn't say just have $1 million. I have $1 million for this.
Oh, gotcha. So if you ask me personally, this is not going to be the most revenue generating option, but I go with impact and medical technologies because I think AI has enormous potential there. But in terms of revenues and generating the greatest ROI, I think it can be one of maybe 3 options. One would be obviously enterprise software. Second one would be cyber. I think there's a lot of money to make there. And I think that would be the greatest ROI.
Cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity and AI, exactly. And the third option is cybersecurity, but on blockchain. I think.
All right. Sorry. And now time's up. I got the look. So let's give a big round of applause for our wonderful panel.
Thank you.
Thank you.